Life isn't fair, and it never will be. Some people rise and others stay stuck. The difference isn't luck, it isn't connections, and it isn't talent alone. It's the ability to face harsh realities and act differently because of them. So let's talk about 15 brutal truths that winners accept and losers avoid. Reality 1. No one is coming to save you. If you wait for rescue, you'll drown. Winners take full responsibility for their lives. Losers wait for someone else to fix their problems. Reality 2. Excuses don't change outcomes. You can have results or excuses, but never both. Winners own their failures and move forward. Reality 3. Discipline beats motivation. Motivation fades. Winners build systems, routines, and habits that carry them when willpower runs dry. Losers chase feelings. Reality 4. Time is your most valuable asset. Every wasted hour is gone forever. Winners protect their time like treasure. Losers spend it like it's infinite. Reality 5. Nobody cares about your struggles. The world is busy. Winners learn to turn pain into power. Losers sit around telling sad stories, hoping for sympathy. Reality 6. Comfort kills growth. Winners embrace discomfort. Cold showers, tough workouts, hard conversations. Losers avoid anything that feels painful. Reality 7. Entitlement destroys progress. No one owes you success. Winners earn it step by step. Losers think the world is unfair when things don't come easy. Reality 8. Your environment shapes you. Sit with winners and conversations are about ideas. Sit with losers and it's gossip and complaints. Winners curate their circle. Losers settle for toxic company. Reality 9. Focus creates breakthroughs. Winners choose one path and go deep. Losers scatter their energy across distractions. Reality 10. Success is boring. It's the unsexy, repeated actions, reading, practicing, refining, that create mastery. Winners accept the boredom. Losers chase shiny objects. Reality 11. Rejection is part of the game. Winners face 100 no's to find one yes. Losers quit after the first door shuts. Reality 12. Talk is cheap. Winners let their results speak. Losers spend energy talking about dreams they never pursue. Reality 13. Money magnifies who you are. Winners use it as a tool for freedom and impact. Losers waste it on validation and appearances. Reality 14. No risk, no reward. Winners take calculated risks. Losers stay safe and wonder why life never changes. Reality 15. Death is coming. That's the ultimate truth. Winners use mortality as fuel to act now. Losers pretend they have forever. These truths aren't easy, they sting, but reality doesn't care about your feelings. The choice is simple. Face them and win. Ignore them and lose. Responsibility is the single most powerful lever in life. It is the difference between someone who reacts to the world and someone who creates the world they want to live in. At the core, winners understand one fundamental truth: no one owes them anything. No one is obligated to hand them success, approval, or opportunities. Life does not pause when you feel unready, and circumstances rarely align perfectly. The moment you grasp that, you step into a space of control, and control is the precursor to freedom. When you take full responsibility, you stop blaming external forces for your struggles. You stop pointing fingers at circumstances, at the economy, at a boss, at the timing of events, or at other people. Winners understand that while external factors influence outcomes, your reaction is your ultimate power. You cannot control the world, but you can control your effort, your mindset, your focus, and your actions. This mindset transforms ordinary people into extraordinary ones because it turns every obstacle into a challenge rather than a reason to quit. Think about every successful person you admire. The story is rarely about how easy their path was. It's about how relentlessly they refused to outsource accountability. They did not wait for a perfect environment or for someone to step in and fix things for them. They owned their mistakes, their failures, and even the things that felt unfair. Winners take the hard look in the mirror and ask themselves, what can I do next? What is in my control right now? This is what separates someone who stagnates from someone who accelerates. Contrast this with losers. People who wait for rescue are living under the illusion that someone else will intervene at the right moment. They tell themselves stories about unfairness. If only my boss recognized me. If only the economy was better. If only someone had given me a break. This mindset is comfortable because it removes pressure, but it is toxic because it removes power. By outsourcing responsibility, you also outsource your ability to create change. Waiting for rescue is the slow death of potential. It is the quiet surrender to mediocrity disguised as patience. Taking responsibility does not mean that life will instantly get easier or that failures will stop happening. In fact, embracing responsibility often increases the pressure because now there is no one else to blame. Every setback, every disappointment, and every missed opportunity lands squarely on your shoulders. This is the crucible that separates winners from losers. Winners embrace this pressure as a refining force. They understand that discomfort is the companion of growth, and responsibility is the engine of improvement. Losers, on the other hand, shrink under the weight of accountability, avoiding choices and excuses becoming their shield. Responsibility also requires humility. It forces you to look at yourself honestly, to acknowledge where you fall short, and to take steps to improve. Winners ask tough questions. Did I do enough? Could I have prepared better? What actions will move the needle next? They do not rationalize failure. They study it, learn from it, and build strategies to prevent repetition. This is why their growth compounds over time. Each failure becomes a lesson, each mistake a building block, each challenge a test they are determined to pass. It is important to note that taking responsibility is not about carrying the world alone. It's about understanding that your effort, decisions, and mindset are the only true levers you control. Collaboration, mentorship, and support systems are valuable, but they only amplify action that you are already taking responsibility for. The difference is whether you are waiting for someone to hand you a ladder or whether you are building the ladder yourself, step by step, even if it means bruised hands and scraped knees along the way. Winners build the ladder, losers wait at the bottom hoping it appears. Furthermore, responsibility breeds resilience. When you own your outcomes, you no longer feel powerless in the face of adversity. You stop treating setbacks as punishments and start treating them as data. You begin to see patterns, anticipate challenges, and respond with agility. You internalize the mindset that if something is broken, you fix it, or at least figure out a way to work around it. Waiting for rescue teaches dependence, vulnerability, and fragility. Taking responsibility teaches mastery, courage, and self-reliance. Finally, responsibility is a mindset that multiplies impact. When you refuse to wait for someone else, you inspire those around you. People notice action. People respond to energy. By owning your path, you create momentum not just for yourself, but for your team, for your family, and for your network. Responsibility radiates. It attracts opportunities that those who wait for rescue will never encounter. Winners understand that power lies not in complaints, in excuses, or in waiting. Power lies in the deliberate, consistent, and accountable action that moves the needle even when no one is watching.